Hey everyone, today I'm going to demonstrate a technique that Lissa at Song of My Heart Stampers showed, and it's using the Snowfront stamp set from the annual catalogue, which is a really lovely winter landscape stamp set, and it goes very well with the waterfront stamp set as well. So this is the card that I did for my Stamp and Chat group last Thursday using Mossy Meadow, and then we've got Old Olive cardstock on black, and then the base is soft sea foam. And this is the one that is shown in the catalogue as well with the Mountain Air stamp set, but I've used obviously Snowfront instead, and this is Blackberry Bliss. And you've got Purple Posy as the one that I've stamped on, and then Highland Heather, and then you've got Blackberry Bliss cardstock behind. I've actually added some Dazzling Diamonds glitter as well, as you may well see. So for this video, I thought I would use another colour combination. So I'm going to be stamping and sponging on Pool Party. Then that's going to be adhered to a layer of Coastal Cabana and then onto Bermuda Bay. So the first thing you have to do is to take your first layer of cardstock. So I'll just put it like that. And you have to punch out with the 1 3/4 inch punch a circle, which you'll put about there, I should think, okay, on a post-it note. And then the first thing you want to do is put down a layer of white. So I'm actually using our Whisper White craft ink, which comes with a re-inker now. It's a slow drying ink, so I'm just going to put a thin layer so that I can see where the moon is going to be, so that I know when I'm sponging not to go over that area. So that's that, and that should give me a nice circle for the moon. Okay, then I'm going to stamp my tree. So I'm going to start off with the larger tree like that, and I'm actually going to stamp it in Pretty Peacock. I thought that would make a really good background colour, so I'm going to stamp one just to the side of the moon there, one a little bit higher, and then over here I'm going to do one a little bit off the cardstock, and then one down like that. Then I'm going to take this stamp, which is smaller trees on a slope, so that they look as if they're in the background. I'm going to put them back there, and then I'll put some over here as well. And then I'm going to start sponging. So I'm actually going to be sponging in Bermuda Bay to start with, to see how the colour comes out. So you want to do really quick movements like this. I want it to be really dark down here, so probably I'll come back in with Pretty Peacock down there, and I want to do the sky not too much around the moon initially, more around the outside here. I'll try and turn it round so you can see what I'm doing. But you don't want angles, you want nice rounded shape like that. And then I'm probably going to put darker on the bottom. So I'm going to use the Pretty Peacock for the bottom of the card. So just put that in. And a bit more. Should have really put latex gloves on to protect my fingers, but we'll see how we go. Want the darker on the outside here. I'm going to go back in and do a bit more around the moon in a moment, but I want it really black over there. And then I'm going to come in with this stamp, and I'm going to stamp a few extra mounds of where the snow might be. And then I'm going to stamp some deer there. So there we are like that. Then I'm going to take my mask and put that back on like that. And I'm just going to take a cotton bud, which I should have one in here. Here we go. And I'm just going to go around this moon again. To give it a bit of texture and to make it a bit lighter. So, because the moon has craters on it obviously, so you want to see a few craters, a little bit of texture on the moon. And just do as many bits as you can. But obviously trying not to get it on the tree. So if I just pick up my sponge again and do a little bit more sponging and try not to get it on the tree, then you should see now, if I just put a little bit of white in here as well, just around there. And then I might want to put just a little streak of the blue going across it. So that is showing up quite nicely, but I'm just going to take a little bit more of the Bermuda Bay and just try and put a little bit around there. There we go. So every card's going to be different, but just to set it off a bit more, I now want to get myself a piece of scrap paper and the fine glue tip pen, which thankfully is coming back. Hopefully, we're told it's coming back in July, so really looking forward to that. So I'm just going to put some glue on the trees. It's really quick to use, this fine tip glue pen. It's great for added detail. And a little bit on here. I'll probably do the trees first, then I'll go back and do the snowy scene with the deer and put a bit of snow under their feet as well. So just really quickly squiggling with the glue there. And then I've got my Dazzling Diamonds glitter. Like that. So just give that a flick off. Hopefully it won't go on the ink pads. Right, now I'm just going to take a brush, if I can find a dry brush. I've usually got one at my desk. And take that off, because I don't want glitter everywhere. Less is more, as they say, so let's just take a little bit off there. And then probably I want just a little bit underneath the deer to sort of showcase them a bit. I could just do that like that and get it off. And again, hopefully try and just do it so it just sticks. Just blow it off camera so you can't see what I'm doing. And then just a little bit there. Now, there we go. Perhaps a little bit, just a little, because we usually have snow banks, don't we? Snow banks and then some snow under the trees. So hopefully that will come off a little bit as well. So I'll just put a bit there. A little bit there, and again get my brush and just try and take those bits off there. And there we have the finished card. I'll just get rid of the glitter. It's quite quick to make, as you can see, and then I would stick it together like that. But what I'm going to do first of all is get my Stampin' Write marker. Really useful to have Stampin' Write markers. In fact, I'm going to go for the Pretty Peacock one, and I'm just going to fill in here the deer just to make it stand out a little bit more. Fortunately, it's a fairly straightforward shape, and I can just colour in a little bit, getting some glitter on my Stampin' Write marker, but that'll just help it to show up a little bit more. There we go. And hopefully you'll be able to see the deer a little bit more. Take that down, that leg goes down there, and that one there. And that like that, and just a little bit more of his body, and there we go. And I think you'll agree with me that that stands out a little bit more. So when I glue the card together, it's going to look like that. So that's the blue one. So that's Pretty Peacock Bermuda Bay, and then Coastal Cabana and Bermuda Bay behind. And then that's purples, all different shades of purple, with Blackberry Bliss ink used for the stamping. This one I used Mossy Meadow for the stamping. So I hope you'll have a go at this technique. As you can see, each one looks completely different. Didn't want to put a sentiment on there. I think it just speaks for itself as a peaceful snow scene. So hope you have a great day. Bye.